Today we've talked a lot about essential preps on this channel, your food, your water, your first aid kit, your defense, all that good stuff. But today we're diving into some unconventional prepper items that you might not have thought of, but that could make a world of difference when SHTF. These aren't your flashy high-tech gadgets. These are practical, often overlooked items that can truly improve your quality of life and chances of survival in a grid-down scenario. We're talking about things that can help you see clearly, communicate effectively, grow your own food, and even keep your clothes clean when modern conveniences are gone. So, if you're ready to think outside the box and take your preparedness to the next level, stick around. We're about to cover 9 unconventional prepper items that you need for SHTF. Let's get started. Many of us rely on glasses or contacts, but in a grid-down situation, replacements won't be an option. That's where adjustable glasses come in. They have sliding lenses you can adjust to match your prescription. Seeing clearly is crucial for self-defense, hunting, and navigation. Even if you don't wear glasses, having a pair stashed away is smart. You want a durable, well-made pair for survival situations. They're inexpensive, easy to find, and compact. Your future self will thank you. Communication is key in any emergency, and that's especially true in a grid-down scenario. Sure, walkie-talkies are great for short-range communication, but what if you need to get a message out to a larger group or deter potential threats from a distance? That's where a good, old-fashioned bullhorn comes in handy. I'm talking about a powerful one with a built-in lithium battery, a siren function, and even a record function. This bad boy can be a lifesaver in a crisis. Need to warn your neighbors about an approaching danger? Bullhorn. Need to coordinate with your group during a bug-out situation? Bullhorn. Need to scare off looters who are eyeing up your property? You guessed it. Bullhorn. The siren function is incredibly loud and can be heard for miles, making it perfect for signaling for help or attracting attention in an emergency. And the record function lets you broadcast a message on repeat, which is invaluable if you need to communicate the same information to multiple people. Look, a bullhorn might seem like an odd choice for a prepper item, but trust me, its versatility and effectiveness in a crisis are undeniable. Don't underestimate the power of being heard when it counts. Now let's talk about signaling for help, especially during nighttime emergencies. You're probably familiar with flares and signal mirrors, but have you heard of a guardian angel light? These compact, powerful lights are a game changer for signaling and even self-defense. These lights are incredibly bright and can be seen for miles, making them ideal for signaling for help if you're lost or stranded. They typically come with different modes, including strobe, SOS, and even a disorienting mode that can be used to deter potential attackers. Now, a word of caution, using blue and red lights can be restricted in some areas, as they're often associated with law enforcement. Make sure you're aware of the regulations in your area before using these colors for signaling. But even with those limitations, a guardian angel light is an incredibly valuable tool to have in your prepper arsenal. Its compact size, versatility, and sheer brightness make it a must-have for any serious prepper. Plant sensor green thumbs for self-sufficiency. When it comes to long-term preparedness, self-sufficiency is the name of the game, and nothing says self-sufficiency like growing your own food. But if you're not exactly a gardening guru, a plant sensor can be your secret weapon. These nifty devices take the guesswork out of gardening by providing real-time data on your soil's moisture level, vapor pressure deficit, temperature, and humidity. Basically, everything your plants need to thrive. No more overwatering, underwatering, or wondering why your tomatoes are wilting. With a plant sensor, you'll have the information you need to create the perfect growing environment for your crops, even if you're a complete beginner. And in a grid-down situation where every calorie counts, having a thriving garden could mean the difference between sustenance and starvation. Plus, many plant sensors connect to your smartphone or computer, giving you detailed insights and even personalized recommendations for your garden. Talk about taking the guesswork out of gardening. Lithium iron phosphate battery with heating pad power up, even in the cold. We all know that having a reliable power source is crucial in a grid-down scenario, and lithium iron phosphate batteries, or LiFePO4 batteries, are quickly becoming the gold standard for preppers. They're lightweight, long-lasting, and safer than traditional lead-acid batteries. But here's the catch: cold temperatures can significantly reduce the performance of any battery, including LiFePO4 batteries. That's where a battery with a built-in heating pad comes in. These specialized batteries have an internal heating element that kicks in when the temperature drops, keeping the battery warm and operating at peak performance, even in freezing conditions. This is a game changer for anyone relying on batteries for essential equipment like lights, radios, or medical devices during a winter power outage, or a long-term grid-down situation. So, when you're choosing your LiFePO4 batteries, consider investing in one with a built-in heating pad. It might cost a bit more upfront, but the peace of mind knowing that your power source won't let you down when the mercury drops is priceless. The ultimate guide to rebuilding civilization. Knowledge is power. Now let's talk about a different kind of preparedness rebuilding after a collapse. Imagine a scenario where society has truly broken down, and we need to start from scratch. It sounds daunting, right? Well, that's where a comprehensive guide to human knowledge comes in. I'm talking about a book, or a collection of books, that covers everything from basic farming and construction techniques to medicine, engineering, and even basic governance. Think of it as a blueprint for rebuilding civilization. It's a treasure trove of information that could help jumpstart a new society and prevent us from falling back into the Dark Ages. Now I know what you're thinking, that's a lot of books. And you're right, but there are condensed resources available like the Foxfire series or the Encyclopedia Britannica that pack a ton of practical information into a manageable format. In a post-collapse world, knowledge will be the most valuable commodity. Having access to this kind of information could make you a leader, a teacher, and a vital resource for your community. High-powered flashlight. Light up the night. When the grid goes down, darkness can be your enemy. That's why having a reliable, high-powered flashlight is non-negotiable. And I'm not talking about your average pocket flashlight. I'm talking about a beast of a flashlight. Something like a 55,000 lumen monster that can illuminate an entire field. This isn't about just seeing in the dark, it's about deterring threats, signaling for help, and even momentarily blinding an attacker if needed. Think about it, a blinding wall of light is a powerful deterrent against anyone with ill intentions. Plus, in a true SHTF scenario, you'll be using your flashlight for everything from navigating your home to signaling for help, and even hunting for food. Invest in a high-quality, rechargeable flashlight with multiple brightness settings and a strobe function. Trust me, when the lights go out, you'll be glad you did. Clothesline and washboard. Embrace the simplicity. We often take modern conveniences like washing machines and dryers for granted, but in a grid-down situation, those luxuries will be the first to go. That's why having a good old-fashioned clothesline, some sturdy clothespins, and yes, even a washboard is essential. Washing clothes by hand might seem like a chore, but it's a skill that our ancestors relied on for centuries, and it's something that we might have to relearn in a post-collapse world. Plus, it's a great way to conserve water and energy, and let's be honest, there's something satisfying about hanging your laundry out to dry in the fresh air. So don't toss out that old clothesline just yet. It might seem like a relic of the past, but in a grid-down situation, it could be a lifesaver. Cloth diapers. A blast from the past for a cleaner future. Now this one might seem a bit out there, but hear me out. Disposable diapers are a modern marvel, but they create a ton of waste, and in a grid-down situation, that waste can become a sanitation nightmare. Enter cloth diapers, a tried-and-true method of diapering that's been around for centuries. Yes, they require washing, but they're reusable, environmentally friendly, and in a pinch, you can even sanitize them by simply laying them out in the sun. The sun's ultraviolet rays are surprisingly effective at killing bacteria and viruses, making sun bleaching a viable option for sanitizing cloth diapers in a grid-down situation. Look, I get it. Cloth diapers might not be the most glamorous prepper item, but they're practical, sustainable, and could be a lifesaver for families with young children in a long-term emergency. There you have it, folks. 9 unconventional prepper items that you need for SHTF. These might not be the first things that come to mind when you think of prepping, but they could make a world of difference when it comes to your comfort, safety, and overall well-being in a crisis. Preparedness isn't just about stockpiling supplies, it's about being resourceful, adaptable, and thinking outside the box. It's about being ready for anything life throws your way, even if it means embracing some old-school solutions. Don't forget, the strong survive, but the prepared thrive. Stay safe.